Hello everyone, and welcome to another review by Emily Illustrator. Today we are going to be reviewing the Arteza Soft Pastels. There are 72 in here, but there are 70 unique colors because you have a couple extras in there. So we're going to go ahead and open this up. It includes an extra white and an extra black. Smooth texture. It also says ideal for blending and layering. I love this box that it comes in. So this just slides right off, and look at that. Look how pretty that is. Just Arteza Soft Pastels, very sleek, nice little glossy logo on the top. We're gonna go ahead and open it on up. This is a great storage box too. Like it's nice and sturdy. Nice little foam protectant on top here. And then we have our first layer of pastels. Nice bright colors, wide range. Here's your extra white. Lift this up, little handle on either side here. And we've got the next layer here with your extra black as well. We've got our nice kind of darker tones, our browns, some of our greens, including some neon colors. I'm going to go ahead and show you our swatch sheet, and then we're going to go ahead and test them out on a page from Kirby Roseanne's Fragile World. We'll just do a little bit here and kind of see how we can use them. We're going to use some paper blending stumps, and yeah, let's get started. Okay, so here is the color chart with all of the 70 colors on here. As you can see, there's a pretty wide range. I followed the list of colors that were on the back of the box for the color chart, which is why there is white and black up here. Were it me putting it together, I probably would have moved it like over here, but otherwise, for the most part, it is pretty good. There's a lot of greens, pinks, loads of yellows and orange, so like skin tones could be a thing that could be really done with this. So we're gonna go ahead and take a little closer look at the pastels and then give them a shot on our Kirby page. So we've seen the whole trays of the pastels. They just come right out of here. They have a little paper wrapping on the outside. You have Arteza printed here. If you turn it to the side, then you have the color number and the color name. So this is A402 Rose Pink. And then you've got the information that you need here about where it was made, and then the color number and name again. So as you use these, you could trim the paper and still have the color number on here. Obviously they're soft pastels, so you know they're gonna come off pretty easily, which is nice. You can use a paper stump, you could use a cotton bud, you could use a cotton ball. Today we have cotton ball or cotton swabs and paper stumps as well. So we're going to take a look at both of those for our Kirby page. So like I said, this page is from Kirby Roseanne's new book, Fragile World. I'll have the link for this in the description below. This is his newest book that he has released. I haven't colored any pages in it yet. We're not going to color a full page today. We're just going to try and get some color on the paper and kind of see how we can work with the pastels a little bit. So obviously with frogs and lotus flowers, my instinct is pink and green. So we're going to start with that. The paper stumps that I have today, I just got them on Amazon. I will also link them in the description below, but we have multiple different sizes here. It also came with some sandpaper here when you want to go ahead and try and shave off the little colored tips. So what we're going to go ahead and do, we've got our color chart here. There's not a super light pink, so we're going to be using a little bit of yellow as well. We're just going to do just a single petal here and kind of see how it works, and then probably a little bit on the frog to see how we can get that to work. So let's start with Rose Pink, which I believe is that one we just looked at. Okay, so we've got some Rose Pink here, and then we're also going to grab some Jasmine Yellow. Okay, we're going to start with just these two colors here, and for this page, I'm going to shift these up a little bit. Okay, so for this page, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to start by going directly onto the paper and just kind of lightly stroking it up, okay? And then we're going to grab our Jasmine Yellow. And again, I am not a pastels expert. I'm sure there are those that you know, use these on a more regular basis that may be questioning why the heck I'm using them this way, but this is what works for me. So we're going to use our number, let's just use number 5 here, okay? See how well we can move these around. And actually they move around pretty nicely. Okay, I can take this up on the yellow. Like I said, this is that jasmine yellow. And you could always use the pastels as a background and follow up with like a pastel pencil or regular color pencils. So like the Stabilo color pencils are real nice. Let's add a contrasting color in here. Let's grab our eggplant purple. It's a pretty dark purple. Okay, so we're going to take this and we're going to add a little bit on the sides and on the bottom. Okay, and grab our number 5 again. I'm just sort of blending it in here. Okay. And the nice thing about pastels is that they can tend to go fairly quick, actually. So now we're going to go ahead and use rose pink again over that eggplant. Okay, let's go ahead and grab that. Now this is pretty dark here on the bottom and I don't want to cross-contaminate. So you can either switch to the other end, grab a different paper stump, flip it over, or you can sandpaper it. We're just going to flip it over so I don't drag in too much of that eggplant purple. Okay, we're going to grab that jasmine yellow. And this is just a real simple blend on here. Okay, and we're going to grab clean end here and just sort of blend that in. And that's a real simple kind of way, like this petal is slightly folded over, so I'm grabbing that end that I used on the eggplant purple. You can add a little bit of there. Let's add some of this pink here. There we go. And just a real simple kind of petal there. Nothing, nothing too fancy. Okay, so let's move on over and let's do a little bit of the frog. You would use the same kind of technique if you were wanting to use greens, then I would just do the same kind of blend there. But we're going to try a little bit with this frog, okay? So let's grab grass green, okay? Let's see, that's emerald green, seafoam green, basil green, grass green, here we go. Grass green, apple green, which I believe is this one. Yes, apple green. And we're going to use that jasmine again, okay? So one of the other things you could do if you didn't want to put the pastel directly onto the paper, grab something like your cotton bud or your stump, whichever, and you can rub it directly onto the pastel stick itself, okay? So we could just add in a little bit there. It's going to be much more subtle. Let's go ahead and switch to a paper stump here, actually. Okay, a little bit there. Let's get some of this under his arm here. Here we go. Here we go. Quite a bit of color there. I prefer these paper stumps over cotton buds just because they are a bit more precise. Okay, so let's add a little bit more here. Shadow under the arm. Okay, now let's go ahead and grab our apple green. Okay, switch to the other side here. Okay. But there, and then let's grab our jasmine yellow. We're just doing a part of them real quick, just to kind of show you how you can use these in a coloring book. Happy little frog here. All right, let's do a little bit of his face. And you can see just how quick this goes too. Now obviously, We can add some red on him for a little bit of contrasting color, which we may actually do. Let's do a quick part of his face here though, okay? The pastels themselves are just, they're releasing so much pigment. Like I'm very pleased with these. Pastels I had before were a kind of generic brand from Hobby Lobby, but these have such a wider range of colors and such varied uses. You know, you can try all kinds of different things with them. So if you are curious to break into pastels and want a nice friendly set, this one is really, really nice. Highly, highly recommend it. All right, let's do apple green. Plus the box that it comes in is so nice. So pretty. Okay. There we go. I think this has got to be the fastest I've ever colored a Kirby picture. All right, jasmine yellow. Now you'll probably, depending on what you do with your pages afterwards, you'll probably want to spray some sort of fixative over the top just to keep it from smearing afterwards, because that's definitely a risk with pastels. Let's go ahead and quickly grab mulberry. Kind of like that. Yeah, mulberry is real nice. I tend to choose opposite colors for shading. It's a great way to get kind of nice, bright, contrasting colors. So we're going to grab a little bit of mulberry. We're going to add it to these darkest areas here. Okay. Where we put those dark greens, that's kind of where this mulberry is going. Okay. A little bit under the arm there. There. A little bit there. And there. Okay. Let's grab our greens again. We're going to, let's see, let's get our dark green side here. We're going to use grass green. Okay. So we get that kind of little red tone just a bit, but it's not overwhelmingly red. There we go. A little bit of apple green. So obviously I could spend, you know, quite a bit longer on this, but I just kind of wanted to give you an idea of the different ways that you could use these pastels. So let's zoom out for just a second. All right, so you get the idea with the petal and the frog, and that was just with using the paper stumps and the pastel sticks. So I would say all in all, for my first larger set of pastels, I'm very pleased. I'm excited to do more pages with them. And again, I think that these would be a very good choice, especially for beginners. If you're just getting into it, if you want to use them for coloring, get yourself some paper stumps, or just use your pinky, or just use, you know, some cotton swabs, whatever you have around, even a tissue, those little tortillon paper wraps, those work too. But yeah, if you're looking to get into pastels, this is a great set to start with. So I hope you like this video. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like, make sure your notifications are on for when we go live, when we upload new review videos. All the links for everything is going to be in the description below. So feel free to check that out, and I will see you all next time. All right? Bye.